Welcome to our channel, How They Made, where we dive deep into the mysteries of the ocean. Today, we embark on a fascinating journey into the creation of one of nature's most exquisite treasures, pearls. Pearls, those luminescent jewels coveted by civilizations throughout history, have an origin as enchanting as their lustrous appearance. At the heart of this process lies the humble pearl oyster, a creature of remarkable elegance and simplicity. But how does nature craft such a masterpiece? It begins with a single grain of sand or a microscopic organism finding its way into the oyster's shell. For centuries, humans have marveled at this process, venturing into the depths to retrieve these natural treasures. Join us as we uncover the secrets of the sea, one pearl at a time. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more captivating explorations into the wonders of our world. Most pearls are produced by a pretty similar method, though there may be small differences. When a tiny irritant gets into an oyster shell, the process of pearl creation starts deep within the water. The development of a pearl starts with this irritant, which could be a particle of sand, a microscopic creature, or a tiny fragment of shell. Pearls are mostly made from mollusks like mussels and oysters. This irritant gets trapped between the oyster's mantle and shell, disrupting the oyster's body's natural balance. The oyster starts a natural defense mechanism to defend itself from the invader after it is unable to get rid of the irritation. A knowledge of the biology of an oyster is necessary to comprehend the process of making a pearl. The two valves or sections that make up an oyster shell are joined by an elastic ligament. The gems that we refer to as pearls are created by the nacre, the innermost layer. The mollusk creates nacre, which is a mixture of proteins and calcium carbonate from its mantle tissue. The oyster produces nacre, which covers the irritant layer by layer as soon as it enters the shell. The nacre layers build up gradually to become the glossy gem known as a pearl. While some oysters may produce a single layer of nacre around an irritant in as little as 3 to 4 days, others require weeks to do so. Not all oysters can produce pearls because only some mollusk groups use nacre to protect themselves against parasites, which gives the resulting pearl strength and an opalescent gloss. Because the nacre layers are so thin, it can take an oyster up to 24 months to naturally produce a little pearl. Oysters can be found in both fresh and salt water, and both yield pearls. Although the value of each of these types of pearls is the same, they are typically rated according to a number of characteristics such as size, color, gloss, nacre thickness, and the condition of the surface. Pearls come in a variety of colors, the South Pacific being home to black pearls. Other colors include white, gray, red, black, blue, and green. Finding pearls that are naturally created is getting harder and harder as global warming continues. When delicate marine organisms like oysters are exposed to harsh weather, they shift their energy from pointless tasks like pearl production to activities that are more important to their survival. Apart from nacre-based pearls, there are also calcite-based pearls that originate from marine gastropods deep within the ocean and cannot be grown by humans. Before a pearl is produced, an oyster's body needs to mature to handle the pearl-making process. This means that wild pearls can take up to 7 years to form. Because pearl production is such a lengthy procedure, the majority of pearls that are currently available on the market are artificially created. The harvest and cultivation of pearls may become more challenging due to climate change, which could lead to a decline in the quality or quantity of these rare gems in the years to come. This means a greater reliance on pearls cultivated on farms. Like everything else, the development of pearls is determined by nature, but humans typically have some control over the process. The majority of pearls available in the market today are cultivated pearls, meaning they were created through human intervention. These pearls follow a similar process, mimicking nature's efforts to mass-produce this gem for industrial use. The tiny bead or mantle tissue is first introduced into an oyster by a human-controlled technique, providing them with an object to coat with nacre. This practice, known as grafting, enables companies to guarantee sustainable pearl output. This procedure is done at pearl farms, where oysters may thrive in a controlled environment. The perfect conditions must exist for the pearls to form. The farms are in charge of keeping each oyster healthy so that the best possible pearls are harvested. These farms have systems in place to give the right nutrients to the oysters, which remain floating in water. They keep adding nacre layers around the parasite tissue as they take in nourishment, which eventually forms the pearl. Pearl farms are the only places where patience and knowledge are available for this lengthy and difficult process. These professionals concentrate on giving the oysters a stress-free and healthy environment so that the pearl production process proceeds according to plan. Harvest time comes after several months of keeping an eye on the health of the oysters and providing them with the best circumstances possible. This indicates that the moment has come to at last take the oysters out of the water and crack them open to show the gem inside. Larger, older oysters have a higher probability of having pearls than smaller, younger oysters, although it is hard to tell if an oyster contains a pearl inside. Nonetheless, most oysters may create pearls when given the right conditions, which increases the percentage of produced pearls significantly over naturally occurring pearls and makes them more suitable to meet the always rising demand. The task of carefully removing the pearl from the oyster while minimizing stress on the oysters and maintaining the pearl's quality and shape falls to skilled specialists at this point. After being harvested, the pearls are retrieved to display their individuality. Each pearl has a different size, color, and shape that all reflect the love and attention they received while growing on the farm. Every pearl goes through an accurate cleaning procedure to get rid of any impurities or leftovers. All pearls are made differently, meaning they go through a sorting and grading process where technicians evaluate the pearls to determine their value in the market. This careful attention to detail guarantees that only almost flawless pearls reach the market and eventually the buyer. The pearl's journey doesn't stop here. Pearls are typically used to create stunning jewelry, but they can make wonderful gifts on their own. Pearls are beautiful because of their innate grace as well as the artistry that adds to their appeal. Expert jewelers from all over the world use these understated but classic stones to craft a variety of jewelry pieces, from traditional chains to cutting-edge patterns, which enhances their beauty and distinction. Being a pearl owner comes with its own set of responsibilities, including regular maintenance. Pearls are quite sensitive to pollutants and weather changes because they are organic materials. It is essential to follow strict guidelines to care for your pearl jewelry to ensure that you can preserve its beauty for generations to come. Every pearl has a unique tale, whether you're thrilled with the creation process or charmed by its exceptional beauty.